Yeah, I knew you'd come back. Let's get back to Tom and more fishing.
First split.
Man, if that ain't something. Have you ever seen anything to beat? Look at them, big tuna breaking everywhere. Mine now, big devil. God, I can't pick it up. We'll go back again. Weigh him on your scales. Jump, you big rascal! Oh, man. You get him like it. Let Pappy get it off for you and we'll get another. Cross his eyes, Slim. Ow! Oh man, it don't get no better than this, boys. Thank you, little buddy. Thank you, Lord, for this great outdoors and fantastic fishing. Lake down salt,
That's what it's all about right there. 4 or 5 pound smallmouth. A beautiful day today.
And these fish are just going crazy. Right there. Mercy. Alright. Holston River, Kingsport, Tennessee. There's the kind of fishing we got around here, little buddies. Thank you. Thanks for tuning in. On today's show, I'm going to be out on Boone Lake chucking some big old gizzard shad fishing for bass. Now, for years I've fished these big baits for stripers. But a long time ago I learned that the bass like them too. They're throwing some baits every bit that big right there. Of course, before you can fish with the bait, you got to be able to catch it. We're also going to give you some tips on how to catch the bait, not only how to catch it, but places that you can look for it, especially out on Boone Lake. If you're fishing a lake besides Boone Lake, these techniques will still work. You just want to look for areas where you've got creeks coming in the back of coves, getting back in the shallow water in those coves, and you're going to find your gizzard shad. Come right back out to the points. Major points is what we're looking for. Hit those major points on those creek banks, and I'll guarantee you'll catch some smallmouth. Now let's go fishing. I've told you we were using live bait, the shad. Now there's nowhere here on Boone Lake where you can buy those. You have to catch them yourself. There's several places where you can do it. My favorite place up the South Holston side is in the back of Beaver Creek. On the Watauga side, I generally go up in the back of Allison Cove, which is where we're at right now. You can pick these cast nets up at most of you bait and tackle stores, or at sometimes at Walmart and places like that, Kmart, folks like that's got them. When you get it, you want to go out in your backyard and make you a target area and practice throwing in your yard. And once you get doing pretty good in your yard, then you come to the lake and try it. You're generally a lot better in the yard than you will be on the lake when you first start. I don't know what kind of cast I can come up with right now, but this is an 8-foot net that I'm throwing. I think it's 8. Maybe, yeah, it's 8 foot. And it's an extra heavy net that'll get down to the fish. I like a big net and a heavy net. It gets down over them fast and covers a lot more water that way. But that's not what I started with. When I first started throwing the cast net, I threw a 5-foot net. And that's what I would recommend people start off with, is a 5 or a 6-foot net. The way I get that thing, I put the tie-off rope on my right wrist because I'm right-handed. Then I want to get all this stuff out of my way, so I throw everything up over my left arm. I've got that thing cradled in my hand just like this. All I want to do is reach down here and get me an anchor line, or sinker line, whichever one you want to call it. And I drape that over my right hand and just come right straight down it like that. Open that net up, and as you throw it, put a little frisbee spin on it, like this right here. That wasn't great, but for an 8-foot net, I'll tell you that ain't bad. If you've never thrown one, there's a whole lot more to it than what it looks like. When you get out on the water, you get to chucking that thing out, it's a little harder than it looks. And if you're lucky, when you bring it up, it's going to have them little rascals right there. Now that's what we've been catching the fish on. Now keeping these things alive is altogether a different story, but that's a story for another time. Right now, we're going to get back out there on the water and see if we can catch some fish on the bait. I'm going to hook him through the nostrils. I go in one nostril and out the others with that treble hook, just like that right there. And that's all there is to hooking him up. You can see what size of shad I'm using. I caught these actually to catch rockfish, but I've done this for a long time. I don't know how many smallmouth and largemouth I've caught rock fishing with these baits. Now you can see I don't even have a split shot or anything on that bait. What you want to do, you pick out an area that you're going to fish, just like that right there. And when you throw the bait out, the main thing to remember is not to sling it. You've just got to lob it over into the hole. Something like this right here. Gotta just sort of throw it easy like that, and then set and hold on, feed it a little slack. Let him swim around out there and draw something's attention. Well, it shouldn't be too long, we'll have a bite going. Do this without that back there. Come here, Mr. Fishy. I don't know what this is. Come on, Joe. Now jump up and shake it, I'll be happy. Ain't gonna happen, I'm gonna have to get it out of him. Otherwise, tangled up in it. This one, I switched over from a shad to a shiner. Bite it out. This fish really went for that thing. There's what caught him on. Another little smallmouth. Look how pretty. Big old belly. Look at that little buddy. Pretty free. Get this undone. That thing is torn to pieces. I had a fish on that. I've still got this one out with bait. May have a fish on it by now. Let's see what happens here. All tangled up. We can live with tangles like this. It's got fish on it too. Oh no. Go around like that and get hung up. We had two going at one time. It's hard to land two fish. I know that camera's looking straight into the sun, but they ain't nothing. Oh, there he goes, he's pulling away. He's still on here. I've still got him. Come on, fish. Get some slack, maybe he'll get off of it. Not working. Give him some more. I'll give this fish slack. I've tried everything. He's still there. I've felt him in there 2 or 3 times. I can feel him by pulling him right into a tree though. I doubt that I'll get him in. Waste a whole lot of time on him. I'm gonna see if I can force him through it. I don't think so. He comes so he gets right up to it. Oh, wait a minute. I got him. Come on. Little fishy in the brook. Thank you for biting my little hook. When I was a youngin', my daddy used to say that all the time. We'd be sitting not getting no bites. Another smallmouth. Daddy'd be saying, "Little fishy in the brook. Won't you please bite my little hook?" Well, another nice smallmouth. That can come on about a 6-inch shad. Catching on shad, Johnny. Get my finger in that jaw without getting the treble hook. Look what a pretty fish. Got him out of the tree. Thought he'd get in it and get away. But see, little buddy, nothing bad about it anyway. Here you go.
All right, folks, listen up. Now, it's come to my attention that you people ain't watching the Tom Richards fishing show. Why, that's a shame is what it is. No, it's a crime. Now, if you don't start watching me and the Blue Steel Baby, we're going to take care of business. This is Checkpoint Chicky. Over and out.
This is just about as good as it gets. Good fishing, good friends, and the great outdoors. Don't touch that dial. Tom will be right back.
Hello, my name is Perry Chafin. I own 5 McDonald's restaurants in Kingsport and a proud sponsor of Tom Richard Fishing Show.
Come up here. I lost 2. One of them we got to look at was a real nice largemouth. I don't know what this one is. The other one, I never did get a chance to look at it. It hit my... I think this is a smallmouth. Not all that big, really. See if I can get him up here and give you a look at him. There he was. Yeah, nice little smallmouth. Now that fish hit a shad, probably, well, I'll show you in a minute. I'm gonna guess that shad was 6 inches long. Come here, little buddy. Get that stinger out your mouth and let you go. Look what a pretty little fish. We've fished, like I said earlier, been fishing a lot today. I didn't have much to show for it. Now all of a sudden I've used 3 baits and hooked up 3 fish. Of course I've only put 1 in the boat, but that ain't bad. Thank you all for sticking around through the commercial break. Now I'm going to show you I was fishing that on that little treble hook right there on a little split shot, and just fishing it on light line on this little spinning outfit. Let me get him back in the water, and then I'll rig up and show you what size bait and everything I'm using. Here you go, little buddy. Be free. Now, I'm going to hook him through the nostrils. I go in one nostril and out the others with that treble hook. Up he comes. Check your head, little buddy. No smallmouth. Tell you what, that is something else. Oh. Come over here, little buddy. Ooh, I didn't do as good a job on that. That hook's out of sight. Down there deep. You hook a fish like that, you're gonna let these fish go. You're gonna do more damage with a set of needle nose down there trying to rip that thing out.
You're watching the Tom Richards Show. Don't touch that dial. Tom will be right back.
I'm out here right now with my old buddy Perry Chafin, fishing with Lance Boland, the River Extreme Outfitters. Perry, tell them, what do you think of Lance's fishing service?
I think it's good fishing. You can go out with Lance, you're most time going to catch some good smallmouth and trout fishing. He can get you on some good trout too. So if you want to go fishing and catch some smallmouth or trout, call them and get a fishing trip together. I think you enjoy yourself, and even bring a kid along. I mean, I think they'd enjoy it too.
That's River Extreme Outfitters, Lance Boland. You give that old boy a call, and I'll guarantee you ain't gonna be sorry. You ready to set the hook? Got a big one. I believe this is a largemouth, little largemouth. Yeah, it is, little largemouth. Look at that. Oh, see? Somebody's had a hold of him. Look beside me. Whoa! Look, he's lassoed. I got line all over that fish. He wasn't about to get away. Look at the side of his mouth. He's been caught a time or two. Now that can come on about a 6-inch gizzard shad. We're fishing that on 6-pound test, 8-pound test, I'm not sure. Little old treble hook, no weight. Just throwing that up on them rocky points. And ain't that nice? Hey, appreciate y'all coming back after a commercial break. I've been having fun the whole time you was gone. It ain't slowed down our lick. That fish we caught a while ago, I'll get this back in there, I guess. We don't want to hurt him. I appreciate the ride, little buddy. He's a little lethargic, actually. I aerate him around just a little. There he goes. Put him right back in there. Show you again the size of bait that I'm chucking out at these fish. Ain't fishing no little baits. That right there. And again, I'm just taking him right through the nostril. In one nostril. And out the other. If I can get it through on that little treble hook. That's a number 6 treble hook. And there's our bait. Ready to roll. All I'm gonna do, get back here, just lob it over to that rocky point. They have been on that good. Right there. Now, the last couple of fish that I've caught, actually, I threw my bait over there, and it wasn't but a second, it come to the top, jumping around, and the fish chasing it, and the fish chasing it come back out. A couple of them have been on this side of the boat. My bait over here jumping around, and the fish breaking like it. Oh, wee, holy moly! Come on, right there. Holy, that's the biggest fish I've had a hold of today. That was a bite. Man, I'm telling you, I mean, when I set the hook on it, it was just a boom, real hard pull. He didn't follow it. I thought he might follow it. See what kind of shape my bait's in. We saw a fish break right where I threw him. Oh, man. Pull my bait off. Look at here, on the side of it again. Right back there at his tail, if you can see that. That's why you gotta give these fish longer, and longer even than what I'm doing. You're not seeing some of how long I'm actually waiting. Get out there right off the bank. Hope that he comes there. He picked it up right there. He picked it up right there. He's got it swimming with him. He's swimming out to the middle with it. Oh, he dropped that, picked it back up. I was trying to let him swim just to make sure. All right, there he is. Come on back to it, buddy. Come on back to it, buddy. He's got a hold of it. All I know to do is try it. Afraid if I wait too long, he'll drop it. Got him hooked this time. Come on up out of there, little fish. He's taking drag. Tommy takes and he takes. Oh, big. Ain't that something? Try to get him up here where we can see him. Smallmouth, I saw that. Oh, they are fighters. He's pound for pound. I don't believe he's anything. Fights ain't harder than a smallmouth. Look there, he's spitting shad out. Look at that shad he spit out right there. Little third fin shad he spit out on the water right there. did. I grabbed his dinner back there and feed it back to his brother. Here. See if we can get a thumb in his jaw. There went my bait. No, that ain't my bait. That's another shad. Look here, no bigger than what that fish is. Now look at the bait. That ain't mine, that's another one. They are in here in some way eating on these shad minnows. Hey, there's a, look here. Down in his throat, I'll show you this in a second. There's a whole big tail section of another minnow. Looks like a big shad. The tail section of it sticking out of his throat. Couldn't even get the whole thing. Eating all that, it's still going for more. It's bigger than this big one he spit out. Get so excited I can't get the hooks out. Whew. I'll tell you what, I guess we'll live to be 100. Never get to the point that don't excite me. But now I gotta show you something if I can. Hope that you can see that down in there. He's got the tail of a big shad down in his gullet. You can just see the tail stuck down in his throat. If that's showing up on camera. Doggone, ain't that something? And look what a pretty fish. Look at there, give you some idea of what size he is. I don't know, that's probably a couple, 3 pounds, I don't know. Whatever it is. I sure appreciate the ride, buddy. Go back and get bigger. I think I've got one more of those big shad left. We're going to swing around and throw it right back on that point and see if we can pull one more out of there. See what happens. Oh, I really hit that quick. He's got it. He's got it. Come on. Hold on to it. Hold on to it. Got it. Last shad. Make it count for something. All right. I like for them to come up and dance on the top. Look at there, look at there. Jump, little bee. Mercy, mercy. Ah, listen to the drag on that quantum reel. Oh, Lordy. This fish is flat putting up a fight. He don't know he's just a 4-pound smallmouth. He thinks he's a 15-pound hybrid. All right, get over here and stick my finger in his jaw. If I can get him over here. Oh, looky there, looky there. Just stuck. Look there, get that thing out of there that easy. He wasn't stuck bad at all. Thank you, Jesus.